So you drive a Tesla Model Y or a Model 3 and your car's starting to have a little bit of a smell. It's not dirty feet, I promise you that's not what's happening, but depending on your situation, the climate you live in, if you prefer really cold, really hot in the car, that can all have an impact on how often you're going to deal with this issue. The good news is this, there is a fix, and no, it's not by putting clean socks on your feet. It's actually the air filters. Unfortunately, because of the way that the HVAC is designed in this car, for some reason, in certain situations, moisture can build up in those air filters and on that evaporator. And unfortunately, if you have the AC on full blast and you're in, let's say, a humid climate, when you get out of the car, there's nothing to really dry that moisture off. So it can get trapped in there under very different circumstances, very different situations. There are so many ways that this can happen, and the problem is that is what then ultimately starts to smell in your car. So the good news is this, it can be fixed, and it's not that hard to do, and it's not that expensive. Now for me, what I have found is every year and a half I need to do this is basically what it's come down to. I start to get that smell after a year and a half or so. Some of you might get this every year. Some of you might get this every other year. It's nice because you're going to replace this air filter before it actually needs to be replaced, and your car is going to tell you when it's time by that smell. So in order to address this issue, there's only two things that you need to get. You need to get air filters and you need to get an evaporator cleaner. Now, you can get this done by Tesla, and I'm not 100% clear on if they clean the evaporator or not, but they do use paper filters. What I'm going to show you today is an alternative. It'll be about the same cost, but you're going to get HEPA filters instead. So with these HEPA filters, it's going to help with some of the contaminants that are coming into your car, with allergens, things like that. And it can help with some of this moisture, not all of it, but these are going to be a nice upgrade for the filtration in your car. So with all these wildfires, if you live in a very dusty environment, HEPA filters are really nice to have. It's not going to have a noticeable impact on airflow in your car. It's just going to do a better job of not just capturing dirt and debris, but also filtering the air. And there's a charcoal canister in these things that helps to clean the air that's then pumped into your car. I don't really need to go on a long spree about why HEPA filters are better than paper filters. I think you get the idea at this point. The nice thing is these are not super expensive, and the ones that I use, I really like because they're easy to follow, easy to figure out which way to place them. We're going to go through all of that today. And with that, let's dive into how to do this. So like I said, this is a two-part process. We're going to remove and replace 2 air filters, and we're going to clean the evaporator. I happen to use this particular evaporator cleaner. There are a couple other options out there. They're all pretty good, so this is just the one that I happen to use. Vion makes these easy to install air filters. They are HEPA filters. And what I really like about these, as you can see, they are well labeled, so you can see very clearly how to put these in, which direction they need to face. Included in the box are instructions, 2 HEPA air filters, a body pry tool, a socket wrench, and a Torx wrench. So first thing, go ahead and push the passenger seat all the way back. Remove the carpet or all-weather mat that you have on the floor and locate the 4 body push pins that you will remove. These are under the glove box. Use the included pry tool to remove the insert and then the whole pin on all 4 of these. The panel's now held on by 2 corners nearest the seat. Just pull gently downward from the back of this panel. As it comes down, you're going to remove the floor light connector, and you're going to carefully remove the speaker connector. It's very easy to break this. You may need to get a pick tool to get this connector removed. Next, we're going to start from the highest forwardmost part of this carpeted panel on the side of center console. You're going to pull gently to remove this panel and work your way around. Be careful not to create any 90-degree angles. This could cause creases and damage this panel. So you may need to use a body pry tool to assist, especially with the centermost clip. This one is right in the middle. It's the only one in the middle. Everything else is on the perimeter, and it gets kind of tough to get this one off. Remove this whole panel and place it to the side. Next, go ahead and turn off the air conditioning. Locate the door for the air filters underneath the center console, underneath the dashboard. This door is secured by a hinge at the top and a single bolt at the bottom. The bolt is a 6mm head, but it can also be removed in some models with the included Torx wrench. So some will have both, like mine, it has both. Once this door is removed, locate the pull tab on the top air filter, pull it straight out. Next, we're going to grab the tab on the lower filter. We're going to lift and then pull straight out. Go ahead and get your evaporator cleaner now. First thing you're going to do is take off the nozzle that's already on the can, and you're going to install the spray nozzle that's included with this package. Go ahead and situate the end of this hose from the new nozzle inside of the cavity where the filters were just removed. Spray generously. Be sure to cover the entire evaporator all the way at the top, all the way over. Let this sit for 20 minutes. You can use the entire can, you can use 3/4 of a can. Just make sure you get a generous amount in there. It will leak out the bottom of the vehicle, so make sure you're parked in an area where you don't have to worry about it getting wet. After 20 minutes has passed, go ahead and return to the vehicle and prepare the 2 HEPA air filters. These filters are nicely labeled to show you the direction of the airflow as well as which side should face the front of the vehicle. Just ensure that the pull tab is on the passenger side of the vehicle, and then you'll be able to figure out exactly how these are oriented. Place the first air filter in the cavity and lower it into place. You're going to install the second filter right on top of that, ensuring it is pushed all the way in. Go ahead and reinstall the air filter door and retaining bolt. It's really important. Make sure this is properly aligned so that it is sealed correctly. Go ahead and turn on the air conditioning of your vehicle on all vents on high for 2 minutes. Once 2 minutes has passed, go ahead and come back to the vehicle, reinstall the panel covering the passenger side of the center console. Be careful to properly align before putting pressure on this. Again, those clips can be fragile and we don't want to bend those. Go ahead and reconnect the speaker and floor light connectors and place the panel into place until it is lined up with the holes and generally holding in place on those front 2 corners. Reinstall the 4 body pins in the 4 holes that we removed earlier. This is also a really good time to clean the carpet under the floor mats since they're usually covered. You don't usually clean this area, probably a good time to go ahead and do that. Reinstall your nice 3D Max Buyer floor mats and move the seat back into place. And that is it. It's super easy to do this. You can do this yourself. Everybody can do this. My mom can do this. This is not a hard thing to do. And the nice thing is, if you have these filters on hand, you can just install them whenever your vehicle tells you it's time. And it will tell you by your nose that it is time to replace these filters. So you can actually get these directly on Vion's website. And if you use code BTG10, it'll support the channel, but you also get 10% off. So that's pretty much it. There's not much else to this. I do hope that you enjoyed this video. And if you want to check out other accessories that I have installed on the vehicle that you may have seen in the background, go ahead and click this video right up here.